Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a fresh, baked episode of Out of the Park Baseball 20. Although that's not really accurate, is it? Because I'm technically baking it now? Before we begin, a quick shout out to Bart Taylor, a commenter on the channel, who quite correctly pointed out that free agency started in the offseason of 1975 when a arbitrator, whose name has since escaped me, basically ruled that the reserve clause was a form of, how do I want to put this? As antitrust legislation, basically. But it wasn't actually legislation. It was just a baseball arbitrator. Because Curt Flood went to court twice in 1969 and 1970 when he was traded from St. Louis to Philadelphia. He said, I don't want to play in Philadelphia. He disliked some of the fans in the city. And he elected to sue to say that I should have right where I get to go. He lost both suits, but it helped persuade an arbitrator in 1975 to get us where we are today. No reserve clause on free agency. So that will be happening for 9 years in game. So we will have some issues, I think it is fair to say, in the short term. And we're kind of trapped is what we are. We are in a scenario where we just... come on, brain. Standings, here we go. We're really hoping for division play to kick in, and I don't recall when that happened exactly. It would be another round of expansion, so maybe it happened in 71 or 72? I can't recall. But basically, we're going to have an awfully tough time at making the playoffs with the current system. Because only the top few teams make it. And it just seems really unlikely that we're going to be one of those teams. But you never know. As we're looking at the team home screen, we've made some improvements. Some of the older players that dominated are gone. We've got a very respectable pitching staff. A pretty solid... Oh, this is so cool. They added more stats to the AL rankings here, too. I just got an update for OOTP 20, so maybe that's one of the things that happened. Wait, you made the roster? Oh, yeah, your Rule 5 pick. Okay. But that is what we are looking at, my friends. And without a lot of luck... Like, here's the issue, right? We're kind of burned out on prospects right now. We've got a lot of okay to decent players, but we don't have a lot of great ones in the minors. Did the entire team get worse? No, that can't be right. It does look bad, doesn't it? Then again... Excuse me. This might just be a scouting thing. If we look at the player development report, which is going to be under info. No. Yes, reports. Player development. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sometimes people tend to take a bit of a dive during spring training. But yeah, let's see what happens. Boom. What I was gonna do, I forgot. Sorry. I need to put you guys back in the minors. And then I'll take you all off of waivers. There we go. Nice work, Mike. And Lolich had himself was pitcher of the month. Not that it matters because we won 6 and 10. But at 4-0 with a 1.16 ERA is pretty hard to argue with. How are we looking? We're not scoring runs. But it's so early in the season, it's really hard to make a decision based on so little evidence. I'll tell you this much. A nice little renaissance. Okay, that's sad. If you go strictly by WAR, and it's not a perfect stat, Roberto Clemente is already more productive right now than he was all of last season. That's pretty sad. Well, let's continue and see how things turn out at the end of May. Nobody's really running away with it with AL this year. Gomez, Eduardo Gomez. Who are you? Are you one of my guys? No. That is a really cool logo, I gotta say. Okay, Don Demeter. I said this when I acquired you. You are literally here because you play couple possessions kinda well. That's it. Someone had requested turning on face gen. That might have been Bart too. We can do that. And we will go ahead and update and generate all pictures. Now, of course, the pictures on OOTP 20 aren't like photographs or anything. They're based on the real person's appearance, but they're gamified a little bit. I don't know whether it would be possible to get photographs, but I'm suspecting it could get ridiculous. Because let's take a player off the top of my head like Don Sutton who pitched for 20 plus years. Yet I didn't want a photo of him every single year. That's 20 pictures of just one photo of one player. Also, a lot of those older pictures might be owned by, say, Topps or one of the other baseball card companies. That may mean that they're not available without a separate arrangement with the baseball card companies. I'm not sure how that works. So let's take a look at Mickey Lolich. I have no idea if Mickey Lolich looked like that. I don't think he did, though. But I do admit it does look a little bit nicer. Don Wilson. Who did you play for? Seattle? No, Houston. Huh. I think he went on to be some sort of like coach or manager or something, but I can't remember what. Yeah, I don't care. I don't know why you stopped me for that. And there we go. So, what's happening so far? Our pitching is pretty good. We've got a really good defense this year. Like, really, really good. But we're not hitting. Yeah, Roberto Clemente is falling flat on his face again. Ron Hansen's here to play defense. And as long as he plays it well, I can carry his bat. And he still gets on base. Which is one of the most important things a baseball player can do. Hey, he's from Oxford, Ohio, where Miami University is. But yeah, none of our hitters are really covering themselves in glory this year. But I mean, Clemente is not worth it. For whatever reason. Ever since he's come to Washington, he's not hitting. It's a shame, but there it is. Now, if we take a look at our minor leagues, Padilla's pretty solid, but I don't know that he's worth calling up. Because my current second baseman is Horace Clark. There's just something about our inability to hit for contact that's kind of frustrating. Like, I'm genuinely not sure how we solve this issue this year. Or, quite frankly, maybe I just leave it alone, because despite where we are, we're not totally screwed right now. If we could just get the players that have contributed for us in the past to just do so again, that would be lovely. Maybe it's time to replace the hitting coach. He would only help one player. I will put Clemente on the block. I'm just gonna dangle him to see if I get any offers. I probably won't. If I don't, I don't. But is it your BABIP? Are you just unlucky? Well, let's look at his spray chart. He's pulling everything. Yeah, if you look at this, he's grounding out a lot. And when he's hitting it a little bit harder, it's still very much... Yeah, he's an extreme ground ball hitter. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's just beating the ball into the ground. And he doesn't have the speed to take advantage of what he might have gotten away with in the past. That's really unfortunate, but yeah. He's just not doing it in Washington. Maybe it's the park, but I don't think it's that. Just for whatever reason, he was among the top hitters in the league, and now he's not. Other than him, though, maybe we could try to flip Padilla. He's already 27. He only plays second and shortstop somewhat poorly. What could I give for him? Let's just shop him. I mean, I could get a really good relief pitcher, but that's not worth giving up a second baseman. Vince Mandel is potentially an excellent starting pitcher. Like, he is a top-tier starting pitcher if his control develops. Vince Mandel is exactly the kind of player that we're wanting to pursue. Unless I can get greedy and get Mandel and Cook. I can? Okay. Huh. Like, they both have room to improve. But damn if they wouldn't be nice additions to the team. Do we try to grab Reggie Smith too? I got a feeling you'll say no. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will make this deal. I'd be even more willing to make it if I could get a third piece. But I ain't too bothered by what I've got. Yeah, Steve Whitaker is just not very good. I'm going to make this trade. That's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. Go ahead and put them both on the 40-man. Because I have to. No, he is not a relief pitcher. Don't be stupid. I don't care if he's a mega elite starting pitcher or relief pitcher. I want starters. His stats maybe don't tell the whole story. Because his ERA has been good for his level most of the time. I'm going to force him to start. And I'm going to stick him in double A. Vince, I also want you to go onto my short list so I keep an eye on you. Bill Cook. Do I give him more time at Double A or do we send him to Triple A? I think maybe give him a little bit of time in Double A to get acclimated. But he will be on a very short leash in terms of how long I'm going to keep him there. Okay, done. That was a nice little move. I'm really happy with that trade. And both guys could very well be in the majors in the next 2 to 3 seasons. Or in the next 2 to 3 months is what I meant to say. And then I made a trade. I'm going to put Victor Padilla on the short list because I want to see how he does. Oh, he already is on the short list. That's fine. How did I acquire him? Did I draft him? Oh, you know what? I had him when when we started the series. That's why it's not showing how he was acquired. I like to meet the team screen. Yeah, we've got some good pieces, but we'll see what happens. This is a really good overview screen, I have to admit. But yeah, how acquired would be a really cool screen to have access to. I don't know if it is in this and I'm just not familiar with it, or if it's not and I don't care. Nick Peterson is not untouchable. There was a time when he was. Now he's merely available. I really don't like this. Maybe I ought to give this a try on OOTP 20. What do we actually need? I want good young outfield. Let's actually take a look at the team. What do we need? I think good young outfielder is a fair bet. Chuck, what is wrong with you this season? You've been consistently productive every other year. I don't know what your deal is this year. I don't know. Let's see how specific I can be. That's on a trading block. No, sorry. Transactions, trade status, define needs. Okay, all positions. Any hitter. 18 to 25. Minimum quality, good. Let's see what I get. Now, what it would do in the past is it would simply be like, do you want to trade for the best player on my team? And then like, who do you want? I want actual offers, not just, do you want to talk to me? Let's see what happens. We're on a bit of a hot streak. Matt Clemens. I remember it was Roger Clemens. I was like, damn. Yes, I agree that he's awesome. Now let's see what has a problem that it did last time. Wait, what? See, this is what I find unhelpful. Team needs should be a way, in my opinion, to generate useful trade offers from the computer. This is not a trade offer. This is a really good player. Let's target him without a realistic chance of getting him. If I really wanted Kurt Blefary, and I would, I have to basically cough up a lot. Like, this is more than just, oh, I'll throw a couple of players his way and see what happens. This is major package. Like, yeah, it's not something I'm going to get. Let's see what happens later on. If I'm just going to keep getting him triple play. Oh, cool. We got a fly ball triple play. Nice. We lost Nick Wilhite for 6 weeks. That's not ideal. Parman is the most ready of the pitchers. Rico Petrocelli, really? Dude, Philly's not going to give him up. They're just not. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. I get that OOTP really likes Perfect Team and that they want to make money, and that's totally fine with me. They deserve it. They're one of the best independent developers in the world. No question. You got to give us useful features. I mean, what we can do is we can just wait and see if we actually get actual offers generated from this. But right now, like, these are literally, like, delusional ideas. Okay. Another shutout from Mickey Lolich. Okay, he's earned a promotion at least to Double A. We really are putting together the 1960s-70s Orioles with two of their workhorses in Dave McNally and Mike Cuellar. Lolich was a Tiger, right? Yeah. Our offense is getting better, which is kind of impressive because I can't see how. But our pitching staff is lights out. That might be just enough, but we'll have to see what happens. We want Roy White. He's just one of the best players in Major League history. Yeah, these are all players that I can only acquire with multiple packages. I'm going to try to... We could use some power. I agree he might be a wonderful fit, and I also agree that Baltimore is not going to trade him to us. I think I'm just going to go ahead and disable this for now. It doesn't seem to be workable yet. And they just introduced that in OOTP 19, so hopefully over the course of the season we'll get some improvements. You could be promoted. Enjoy Class A. Okay. So we're going to go to the front office personnel. Okay. Like, Ron Sterling has quite literally given us consistently, has given us really good pitching. He's not a great fit as far as who we'll do really well with. I think I'm going to re-sign him, though. Just because he's getting a lot out of Mickey Lolich, and quite frankly, that's quite good. Let's see how Flores does with a full season under his belt. Okay. Good. That'll be a nice little shot in the arm for the bullpen. I don't even actually looked through the new 3D engine yet. I promise we will when we make the playoffs. No. You're basically asking me to hand you quality players for someone I don't need. Lalich and McNally made it as a Tony Conigliaro, and that's it. I suppose that's fair. Oh, and Vic Davalillo. Maybe Davalillo? Davalillo. That makes sense. Okay, he's crushing it this year. Damn. Chuck Hinton's starting to bounce back a little bit. I don't need a pitcher. Look, I don't need starting pitching to begin with, and I certainly don't need starting pitching that can't strike anyone out. Plus, I mean, Bob Friend should be a Pittsburgh Pirate. It's what the universe wants. He was teammates with a lot of really top players. I want to say pitch at the same time as Doc Ellis, but I might be wrong on that. Maybe he did. Or was Doc Ellis part of the 70s Pirates? With like Willie Stargell, Roberto Clemente was on those teams. Maybe it is the same person. I don't know. In any case, this is not a deal that I want. Barry Lamb. Everyone is convinced I need their terrible pitchers. If people really want Ron Brand, why don't I accommodate them? Because right now we're tied for first. If I can get a truly exceptional hitter, why wouldn't I trade Brand? Okay, I want batters only. I like Bob Allison, but I'm not sure he's an asset. I mean, I could bring in Daddy Wags, who'd be a nice hitter. But he doesn't have a position. I threw in prospects in case you couldn't tell. Paul Kaplan wouldn't be a bad depth player to have hanging around in AAA. But then again, I was like they're having Ron Brand hanging around in case someone gets hurt. Like, as a backup, he's been quite productive. I don't necessarily want to pass up Paul Kaplan, but I think we are just going to continue for now. And see if I maybe get some other offers. The Dodgers. Yeah, everyone wants to give me ancient pitchers for a shortstop. Yeah, he was born to be a double-A starting pitcher. Look at this. He's crushing Charlotte. Chandler, sorry. You're nothing if not consistent, Cook. Welcome to AAA. I can't look at the team I've got now. Brandon's a backup shortstop. But I need that kind of player that can push me over the top. Which means I need a good power hitter. And the best power hitters are quite frankly not available. I just don't know, man. I really like the new home screen, actually. This is pretty cool. Transactions. People getting traded around. Let's check the trade block. Wow, he's actually legit on the trade block. So is Frank Robinson. Why is Chicago trying to trade him? I'm going to make a good faith effort. If I can grab him, he would be a massive upgrade and a big upgrade for the future, too. All right, let's sort by position. Okay, we're going to start with Caraballo. I know you think it's an insult. I haven't finished with my offer yet. I don't believe enough in Cook to trade Ward yet. Let's see. Tony La Russa. Still just an insult. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. They don't want to give him up. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't even be trading Bleferi if I had him. Now, Frank Robinson, on the other hand. I could give you Clemente for Robinson straight up. What else could I offer you? I mean, Frank Robinson is so good in so many ways. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this deal. Let's trade. I know, I really like Roberto Clemente too. Not just because he was a tremendous humanitarian, but Roberto Clemente was the kind of hitter that would get... He was never much of a power guy, but he consistently hit for a fairly high average in the majors. He was very fast. He was smart. He had 3,000 hits and before his untimely death, which is insane. Wait, real life hits. What are you doing? Oh, I'm on the... There you go. Yeah. He had a reasonable amount of power. For his time, he was one of the most elite offensive players. Today, I don't know. It's an interesting question whether someone with his ability to hit for average and a little bit of power, but couldn't draw walks. I'd be curious to see how he would do in the majors today. But I do think we made the right choice. I think he's going to present a massive shot in the arm. Oh yeah, he's literally not even on the roster yet, is he? Derp, derp, derp. There we go. Will Frank Robinson's back carry us into the playoffs? I don't know. But should be interested in trying. I'm still 3.5 games back. Is there anyone else on the trade block? Not really. Like, I love Harmon Killebrew. But I'm concerned that his game doesn't mesh well. Because all he is power and discipline, and that's a great combination, but if he doesn't make enough contact, I don't think I can afford him either. So we're just going to see what happens. Are you having a good year? Not really. Not been a bad year necessarily, but it's worth letting him have a shot. We'll see what he can manage. Oh, sorry, Jim Duckworth. And Kansas City is... It's not that Kansas City is running away with it, and just that they've played less games than we have. I don't care what you're tired of, mate. I mean, I'm likely to just cut you because, frankly, you're not doing it for me. And you suck, so I'm just going to tell you to shut up. I could promote him to AAA. I mean, he's at least earned a shot next year. Why not? I just need to put together one streak, a good long winning streak, and we can put ourselves into possible position. He'll be back in 6 days. That's fine. Come on, just give me a nice little 5 or 6 game winning streak. Get hot at the nope, we're already out of the playoffs. Damn you, Kansas City. How did Kansas City play so many fewer games than us? I guess only 2 games less. Never mind. We were right there all season. This one hurts. Let's review the team. This is an outstanding season. I don't think anyone would dispute that. He got on base, which is his primary job. He had to play one ridiculous amount of center field to have that much WAR. And the answer is he was exactly average by his own rating. I'm not sure why he is so valuable, unless it's just he had a decent bat at a position normally known for defense. Yeah, we didn't have a lot in the way of above average hitters in terms of weighted on base average. Nobody hit 300. Although Davalillo came close. We need that linchpin. That's, I think, what we're missing. That unique player who can just sit in the heart of the order and dominate. And I don't know that we're going to find one of those anytime soon. You got to hit better than this, Horace. Pitching wise, Yeah, Mickey Lolich had an insane year. Dave Boswell was apparently hot garbage. So were a few of our pitchers. But Boswell is the most troubling. What if I convert you to a reliever? How much... Do you look any better as a reliever? I'm willing to give you a chance to remake yourself as a reliever. Starting next year. And we'll just find another starter. And yeah, we could use just general improvement in the reliever. Yeah, the bullpen probably cost us a few games. Unfortunately. And Kansas City won the World Series. Well, good for them. I don't see how you can call this not very good. I went 86 and 76. I was only 4 games out of first place. Is there a really talented hitting coach? There's Matt Grant. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal. How long did I get extended for? 3 years. That's pretty good. I'm just going to release Frank Carpin. If he's that bad, he's not going to get any better when he heals. Hey, you got a Cy Young Award for Horace Clarke. That makes a lot of sense, though. Hey, Mickey Lolich won the Cy Young Award. Who the heck got a Silver Slugger? Canigliaro, really? But he did hit 30-plus homers. I guess that's something. Hey, Don Wilson was Rookie of the Year. I forgot he was even a rookie. Oh, this is a damn good draft for pitchers. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, who previously had the #1 highest voting percentage before Mariano Rivera got into the Hall of Fame last year. Reggie Jackson, Johnny Bench, Manny Sanguillen, Denny McClain. Denny McClain was more kind of a one-year wonder kind of dude. He won, 31 games in 1968. which was called the year of the pitcher. Rod Carew. Greg Nettles, one of the best third basemen to not make the Hall of Fame despite being very, very close. And I'm not going to get any of them because I'm probably going to be picking in the bottom half of the first round. That's life, though. No. Let me cast my ballot. Mike Garcia. Pee Wee Reese, maybe. Ardeshone Deans to no. Bobby Shantz to no. Eno Slaughter, not really. Yeah, right now we're at. There's lots of interesting players here, but nobody that stands out to me as, yes, we need to vote them to the Hall of Fame, except for Larry Doby. Not just because he played for Cleveland, but because he was the first African American to play in the American League. I can't remember if it was a full year or 2 full years after Jackie Robinson, because I think Jackie Robinson started in 1947. I think Larry Doby started in 1948. No, Doby started in 47. That must mean Jackie Robinson started in 45 or 46. Regardless. There we go with that. And we'll sim up to the draft. There's not a lot to do in the off-season for a team like ours. And Amos Otis. Gary Nolan. Here I am sitting at pick number 16. Wait, Atlanta. Oh, this must be the year that Milwaukee moved. Okay. Like, legit. I kind of don't even want to look at the potential for these players because I know I'm not going to get any of the really, really great ones. Jerry Koosman. Ray Fosse, who until Pete Rose ran into him in the 1971 All-Star game, was popularly considered one of the best catchers in the game. But yeah, Pete Rose ran him down at the plate, and he got injured, and he basically never got better after that. There's some people here that can help us, but the really good ones I don't think are going to make it to us. But we'll see what happens. We've got like Doug Rader, who's a really good contact hitter with good power. Jerry Kenny, who plays more positions but isn't nearly as good a hitter. Like, if I draft Doug Rader, I have to find a spot for him right away, and I don't know that I can find one. Pete Ward wasn't, like, amazing last year. Damn. If this isn't consistency, I don't know what is. I mean, do I take yet another pitcher? I mean, is that the route we take? Just get the best pitchers money you can buy? Here's the issue, though. Doug Rader is clearly the best hitter in the draft. That's left, to me, right now. But I've got Bill Cook in the minors. I got Pete Ward starting. Pete really can't play any other position. Ray Fosse could be quite a catcher. But I'm not sure that's a position we need. I'm going to have a think about this. Like, I want to upgrade the bullpen, but I can do that in the later rounds. I don't need to waste my first pick on it. I know I don't want Jerry Kenny. Fosse could be a very, very strong catcher, but he's going to take time to develop. That's not the end of the world if that's what happens. But then again, I've already got a high potential catcher now who isn't quite up to snuff. I have attempted to draft Gary Nolan, and then if I don't sign him, I just get a second first rounder next year. Like, I know it's not the sexy choice. But I need, like... Can I pass up this contact and gap power, though? Is the thing. Who did Rader play for? The Phillies? No, Houston. Okay. What do I do? Like, I would probably keep him in the minors for one full season. I could always move, like, Pete Ward to first base or something. You want me to take Jerry Kenny because you're a moron. I get that he's a really good defender, but I don't like his backup offensive skills. I think Rader's the better hitter. I'm going to draft Rader. I think his tool set is too valuable to us, even if he sits for a year. Done. Um. I'm going to take Gary Nolan with my second pick. Just to see how much money he actually wants. What the? Oh, I had 2 back-to-back second rounders. I must not have signed my second rounder last year. Okay. Okay, let's look at overall rating. I really do want to improve our bullpen. I think Roberto Rodriguez would be a good shot for that. Yeah, this was a very top-heavy draft, and it looks like we've already kind of cleared through it. I'm just going to go ahead and let the... I'm going to trust my general manager to draft, the assistant general manager to draft the rest of this draft. I guess what I could look for like an interesting project or two. Wow. There is nothing left. This was an amazing draft to have a top 10 pick. But we didn't. And yeah, just draft who you want. Raider shortlist. Rodriguez is going to go straight to the majors, I think. So I'm not going to mess around with him. And then everyone else just goes where they go. All right. I'm going to offer him what I have left. 320,043 and see if he signs for that. I don't think he will, if I'm honest with you. I think he'll probably turn me down. Yep. Roberto, go to AAA actually for now. Okay, are there any top players that need to be placed on the 40-man? Nope. No. We're making Dick Boswell into a reliever. That was the experiment, right? And I'm just going to force you to make him a reliever. If I made you into reliever, how would you look? A fair bit better. You know what? We will promote Nielsen and give him a chance to earn a spot in the bullpen. How did Mandel handle his first year in Double-A as a full-time starter? Pretty damn well. He can be promoted. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. This is a good place to grab a reliever too, actually. Not that it matters, because the really good Rule 5 draft players are going to be gone by the time I can grab them. Wow, Gaylord Perry was actually exposed. Huh. Yeah, there's nothing there. Not really. See if anyone made the Hall of Fame. I can't say that we're necessarily a better team right now because of this offseason. Okay, Tom, you are 21. You're going to start in short season ball. 24, you're going to start in A. I'm going to start you in double A. I don't know who that guy is, so he can start wherever he wants to start. That's fine with me. Is there anyone that the game wants me to promote? You'd think I should promote Fisher and Chopin. You really think Raider can handle AAA? I guess we can start him there. Anyone go to the Hall of Fame? Nope. I was looking for something in here. Oh, you can actually turn on the scouting system. I never saw the checkbox. So yeah, you actually can turn it on. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll start using scouting. I didn't even know that was a thing we could do. And sure, we'll hire a scout. I do think that the scouting system does add more fun to the game. For sure. I'll just do the league baseline. Focus on amateur scouting. Let's say about 50% for that. %30 for minor leagues. And the rest for the majors. Got my scouting director. All right. I'll give Raider a shot in spring training. Chopay too. Everything else is fine. I do prefer the scouting system on, all things considered. I think it's a more fun and more challenging way to play. Go ahead and work through spring training. Ah, the trade, the rare challenge trade where you're... Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Oh joy. Thank goodness Travis Knight is healthy. That's a guaranteed world championship. You can take that to the bank. Hey look! Oh, now that scouting's turned on, I get the player development report in my update. And my email. Neat. We had a lot I can see there. That really gets me worked up. Alright. So let's get our roster set. Okay. I don't need 18 pitchers. I need like 10. Nope. I do want Mandel to get a full year in AAA. I'll just go ahead and waive him for assignment. I don't think Hoball was that great last year, was he? Nope. He wasn't like the worst, but we can and probably should do better. Excuse me. No Tompkins. No Wyman. And no Wilhite. That leaves me with 10 pitchers. I think that works. Okay, position players. Cook to the minors. Raider to the minors. Branson Allison to the minors for sure. Chopay to the minors. Lopez to the minors. Do I just cut Demeter? Maybe give him the trade he desperately wants. Let's see what I can get for him. If I could get a really good reliever, I would take it. Well, let's grab Jack Curtis, see how he works out for us. Could I get you to... No, you're not going to give me Roger Nelson. Or Johnny Bench, who for some reason you're not playing at catcher. Yeah, this is fine. I'll demote Hobaugh, and that solves the other issue. Up to opening day, gentlemen. You want me to make the playoffs? So do I. None of the top 10 prospects. I guess that makes sense. You can go to AAA. Do I have anywhere near? I probably have a dead last. Not quite dead last. Middle of the pack. Story of my life, right? So here we go. A new lineup. Looks much like last year's, just with a couple pieces shifted around. Scott Nielsen is not a great choice for a starter, but we'll see what he manages. We'll see. I need one of the younger offensive stars to break out. That's what we need more than anything. Yeah. You know, I didn't even look at my scout stats when I signed him. Oh, he's great at everything. He prefers toolsy players, but so do I. That's reasonable to me. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for watching the series. We're going to go ahead and end this episode here. Last year was a good year. But the question is, do we catch lightning in a bottle? Or is this something we can build off of? I'm curious to see which of those ends up being true. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.